The Suzuki Every is the best. Its stylish design, the spacious and user-friendly interior lives up to expectations. And the excellent overall balance of driving performance is also appealing. But every car has a weak point, no matter how durable and expensive it is. We will tell you about the areas where malfunctions are most common and weak points from the perspective of a Suzuki parts dealer. This is based on a parts dealer's report specializing in Suzuki parts, receiving orders and inquiries from customers and repair shops all over Japan. Let's begin. Alternator failure. It generates a lot of heat when generating electricity, and as it ages, the internal parts can break down, making it inevitable that it will break down. If the alternator fails, it will not generate enough power, causing the battery to die and making the car unable to run. Turbocharger failure, specifically the turbine. If the used Every you are looking for is a turbocharged one, be careful of this turbine problem. It is one of the weak parts that often causes problems and is often reported by repair shops. Inside the turbine, the blades are connected to a shaft and rotate at speeds of up to tens of thousands of revolutions. The turbine shaft is lubricated and protected by engine oil. If you buy a used Every that hasn't had its oil changed regularly, you're at risk of turbo failure. Aircon compressor. This compressor can cause problems such as burning out or making a rattling noise. Over time and distance, clogs can form in the air conditioning system. Excessive pressure can cause the compressor to burn out and break down. Engine idling malfunction. Idling problems are a common issue with the DA64W and DA64V. Every now and then, while idling, the engine speed goes up and down. If the throttle is not opened, the engine will stall, and idling problems often occur. The cause of this problem is usually the idle speed control valve, or ISCV, and the engine control unit, or ECU. First of all, the idling problem occurs when the ISCV that controls the idling breaks and sends an abnormal signal to the ECU, which then breaks down, and by destroying each other it can cause trouble. Failure of the power folding mirror. Electrically retractable door mirrors are prone to problems. Engine coolant system. Like engine oil, coolant circulates through the engine, so it is very important and its temperature control is crucial. But there are crucial parts that keep the engine cool and under pressure: radiator cap, coolant thermostat, and thermostat cap. If these three deteriorate, then expect an abnormal function of your coolant system. Overheating, gradual loss of coolant from the reservoir, and worse, it could lead to engine damage. Water pump. A water pump that sends coolant to the radiator and prevents the engine from overflowing by circulating the coolant properly. Shock absorber rubber mounting. If the Everywagon is driven too far, a certain part of the front can make loud noises, such as banging when going over bumps and rattling noises while driving, making the ride extremely uncomfortable. Also, the sway bar bushing and the upper or lower arm suspension. If the ball joints and rubber bushings shown in the above photo are cracked or torn, they will start making strange noises and will no longer function and move as they should, resulting in an extremely uncomfortable ride. Those are the common failures of Suzuki Every '64 van and wagon series from a parts dealer perspective. Make sure to watch out for these parts, and if you notice something out of the ordinary, don't hesitate to check and, if necessary, replace it immediately before worse can happen. We all want peace of mind while driving, right? So don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more K-car trends from around the world.